So let's talk about internet etiquette, precisely netiquette. We have taken net from here, equate from here. So netiquette is the observance of certain rules and conventions that have evolved in order to keep the internet for becoming a free for all in which tons of unwanted messages and junk mail would clog your inbox. So whenever thing progresses and it is being used or practiced everywhere, then certain rules are being made. So netiquettes are such rules, you can say. So what we are going to learn is that we are going to define the term netiquette and explain its derivation. Then know what it means to spam someone on the internet and what to do if someone spams you. This word we are going to see in detail. Then be prepared to protect yourself against unethical users who use email to spread hoaxes and send viruses that can damage your computer or the programs and data it contains. So understanding the objective of lurking also is what we are going to see, and know when you should lurk. Know what it means to flame someone on the internet, and understand the concept of shorting on the internet and become sensitized to not overdoing it, and recognize the common smileys and other emotions used on the internet, and know how to look up the meaning of less common symbols. Then 3-type acronym and certain jargon while we commence this presentation. The netiquette guidelines. What are the guidelines? There is no written rule actually, but there are certain things which have evolved over a period of time. So thou shall not use a computer to harm other people. That means you shall not presume or make certain things so that you may harm other people, or you have that intention in mind. You should not do that. You should not interfere with other people's computer work. If they are doing something, they may be doing it for living or some purpose, you may not halt them. Should not snoop around in other people's computer files. If you are connected through internet, you have their password or access, or someone has given you password for some usage. Should not snoop around, and should not use a computer to steal. This is an important thing, because stealing in any way is a crime, and should not use a computer to bear false witness. You are making yourself fake or bearing false witness is not acceptable. Should not copy to use proprietary software for which you should have not paid. Using or accepting or trying to gain those things which are not yours is again not acceptable. So shall not use other people computer resources without authorization or proper compensation. This is also one of the things. Shall not appropriate other people intellectual output. Now, so somebody has worked a lot, somebody has actually devoted his or her life for certain thing, and you just by stealing or without even giving them royalty or proper reference, you are using it. It is also not good. Like this presentation I have taken from somewhere on the internet, and you see when I complete it, in the conclusion I will give the source, the address of the link from where I have got this particular presentation. Shall not think about the social consequence of the program you are writing, of the system you are designing. Now you are making something, you have something in mind, but you cannot force it on someone, and if it is not acceptable, you should not do it. And shall always use a computer in ways that ensure consideration and respect for your fellow human. Of course, for all your human beings, you should respect other feeling also. What is a spam? On the internet, the term spam refers to unwanted messages posted to newsgroups or sent to a list of users through email. Emailing or through any other means, unwanted message are spam. The term can be used either as a verb or a noun. Hoaxes, hoax, you may call it. Some pretty incredible hoax have been propagated across the internet, which is maybe very surprising or very alluring, but if it is not true, then it is called hoax. The hoax are designed to prey upon people's fears, sensitivities and desires to keep the hoax spreading to others users over the net. So you should be keep yourself away from all this. Viruses. Some of the more harmful chain letters and hoaxes have transmitted virus across the internet. And viruses are those programs which harm you, harm your computer, harm your work. So the way to guard against catching a virus through email is never to open an attachment to an email message. I should not say this, but it should be properly checked by some antiviruses, especially if attachment has an executable file such as exe.vps or .class. Lurking. The lurk means it's to participate in conversation on the internet without responding to any of the messages. Means you're just going into a conversation and without even responding. So you receive and read the message, but you don't say anything in return, thus you are lurking. Well, sometimes you lurk, but it's not sometimes some people may message you or write something to you and you are not in a mood to respond them, or you don't know them. So this is also a kind of the word which is sometimes good, sometimes bad. Flames is a message written in anger. To flame someone is to send them an angry message, a message with maybe harsh words or slang or wrong words. Angry messages that people send you are known as flames. People may send you angry messages also. So if you're real mad or send a hastily written flame, you may regret it later on because you have written it. Something you have written is already passed on. Firefighters, sometimes flaming can get out of hand and people start sending more heated message and things that get ugly to a limit where you might not have comprehended. So sometimes someone has to step in and write messages intended to restore peace. This is firefighting basically. And since that puts an end to the flames, such peacemakers on the internet are known as firefighters. Shouting. When you write in all caps, you are shouting, you are yelling at someone. Shouting means to add emphasis by writing in all capital letters. Don't do it. Smileys and emoji icons or emotions. To give the person reading your message a clue as to what your emotions are. Emotions are these emoticons and emotions were invented. Now these are combination of few characters which when turned sideways conjure a facial expression. Now we have smileys also. The most common form of emotion is smiley, that is a laughing person. And finally we'll talk about 3-letter acronyms, like to shorten the amount of keyboarding which is required to write a message. Some people use 3-letter acronyms which are appropriately known as TLAs, 3-letter acronyms, and this has to be used when you are very comfortable with that person and you know him or know her. Some examples are BRB, that means be right back, BBL, be back letter, and by the way, BTH. So thank you so much. This is the source from where I have taken this presentation.